So yesterday we have covered the report wizard and report template, and we have seen some of the options. Not some of. We have covered almost in the data source and data set. Right? What are the options available in the data source and data sets? So this is the report wizard. Let me recap once again. So this is the report wizard when we develop. So this is the final report when we take the wizard option, and the template means it will be user defined. We are going to start it from the scratch actually. So if you want to define the report from the scratch, then we have to go with the report template. So in the differences between the report template and report wizard we have discussed, and how what are the options available in the data source, data sets, what is the shared difference, what is the embed data source, and coming to dataset properties, what are the dataset properties available? So yesterday we have gone through two, three options, right? What is a query? In that we have seen these two options, and fields also we have seen yesterday. I mean, if you want to add some new field and that field if you want to display, we can add that one. I think this was we have used, right? Let me share this one. So we have added one test field here, which is something you want to add some calculation field also we can add here. Or else just we have given some hard-coded value. That's why it was displaying as an SSRS training. Sometimes what happens is, let's say there is a columns like total plus discount. What will be the final value? Means after deducting the discount value, we have to display the actual value. So in that case, we cannot show in the table, that we have to calculate it at the report level. Then what we used to do, we can calculate that field here. Like we can give some expressions, calculations here. Okay. So like this, we can use this one. And options, coming to these options, we have seen, as I told you, there is nothing much to concentrate here. It's a default options which are available here. So don't worry about these options. But anyhow, we will go through with this whenever we required. Okay, I will go through with this in the next sessions. Okay. Today we are going to discuss about the filters and the parameter. These are very, very important in the SSRS. Okay. Let's start with the filters here. Okay. So before going to these filters, I would like to take some fresh report, and I will apply some filters and parameters on this. Why? Because here we are taking some clubbed reports are there, right? So what I would do is I will take some new report, fresh report. Here we have two options again, add new report and add new item. If you go through with the add new report, it will be report wizard. If you use the add new item, it will be fresh template wizard, right? So in this, I am going to take this one, add this one. I will rename this one as filters and parameters. Okay. So now I have got the empty template. Here I am going to apply filters and parameters. Okay. So let me first set all the database connections and datasets. Then we will discuss some more on the what is the filters and what are the parameters. First, as usual, connect our data source here. Here it is asking, do you want to make it as an embed or shared? I have created shared here. If you see this one, we have shared data source. Again, I don't need to create a new one. I would like to use that one, ADV. So this one, I will give the same name here. So I have taken the ADV as a shared data source. Means in future, if you want to create any new reports, again I won't go and create some new connection. I will use that reference. Why? Because almost all my tables are available in the single database. Now I will going to create some new data set. Here I am going to specifying all my tables, everything here. So it is asking something here. So I will give some data set name prod underscore ds, or just make it as a prod. Here I am already having some data set which is available in my shared one. So if you want to use, we can use, but as of now I want to create my own data set here. So I would like to use this one. From this data source, I would like to create a new query here. So I will be using query designer. So for a couple of sessions only I am using this one, but in future try to make your own query here. Okay. So I would like to take dim product here and some fact internet sales. So I have taken some two tables. By default it has connected with some inner join. So I am not going to take every column in this. So I would like to take some required columns for our reporting sake. So I have just taken some three columns in this. Total product cost, sales amount and tax amount. That's it. I mean, these are the few columns from the these two table. Automatically it is given some inner join here. Okay. Let me click on this. So my query is also ready now. Okay. My connectivity and source are everything is ready now. I would like to change some here. In the fields, what I would like to give here is some product. Color will be color itself. Means here this field name will be displaying on the report, but this source won't be changed here. This field name we can change as per our requirement. So I will make it to make it some display purpose. I am making all these changes. Sales amount, right? So we will take it as an just amount. This will be the tax amount. Just make it as it is. So this will be the my names here. It will be displayed like this. Now I will create one sample report here. I mean I will take some table here. Till now I didn't started any filter or parameters concept. I am creating my report here, basic report. Okay. So first I would take some class, color and product. And I would like to add insert new column here. Product is done. Amount, tax. I'm going to add a right. If you want to add some left column also, we can add this one. Some total cost. So these are the reports fields available in my dataset that I have used on the table report. Just to preview, we'll see this one how the report is coming, whether report is working fine or not. We'll see here. So it's trying to load the report here. Yes, it's loading now. Yeah, report is generated here. So let's see. Means our report is ready now. Just we'll make it small alignments here. Okay. Just to change this one. What I would like to tell here, I will change some alignments like this. And this column has an somewhat bold. And I will change some background color here. Why? Because just to make it as some heading point, right? That's why what I would like to do here is just to make it as a heading. What I will do, select this heading, press F4. It will be displayed as a properties here. In that, just go and select the background color. By default it is now white, no color here. I would like to give the background and color font as an white. Okay, just save this and we will just review it once again. So still I think the product is coming to the next line. So what we will do is we will do some more alignment here and we will make some left alignments and right alignments. Okay, I will selected this one tax amount and I have make it as an alignments here. We can see the alignments left, right, center. So I will make it as an left here just to save and see how the data is coming on the report. I think it is now somewhat better here. So tax amount and total cost. If you want to make it, it's our wish, right? It's our template wizard. So it's in a report template. We can do whatever we want. Okay. This is how the report is generating. What I would like to add some more here is, I want to give color on these rows also. Then how can I give? See, this is our options available here. Select the header, right, press it F4, you will get the properties. In that I have given the background color and font color. The same thing I would like to apply on the rows also. Just select this all those rows and press F4, automatically properties will be shown here. In the background color it is showing something here, no color, right? So here we have so many colors here, right? Pink, something, I mean just for a sample run I am taken here. Let's see. So this is how the background color will be coming on the record. So what I would like to change here now, I don't want this pink color. I would like to have some alternate color. First row some color, second row some color, again third row will be the some color. So how to achieve that one? This is an important question when we will be using in the interviews here. So for that what we need to do is select those rows, go to the background and provide no color here and go to the expressions. Here we have to specify some expressions here. So we can specify lot many things using the expressions, but for understanding sake I am giving a small expression here. So what it will do is it will provide some alternate colors to the records. So let me show that one. I have already kept it some expression here. Let me show this one. So this is the expressions. If row number nothing, mod 2, then display this color or else display this color. This is the expression I am applying here. Next. And let's see. Now we have applied some color, right? Alternate colors. Let's see how the report will comes here. See now, if you see this one, some alternate color is coming here. All the records. All the records are coming with some alternate color here. So this is how we can apply, and once again I am showing here. Select the rows here. Select rows, press F4 or go to the properties. In that, go to the background color. In the background color, we need to specify the options in the expressions. Okay, in the expressions provide this expression and you will get what here. The color is your choice, we can define your own colors here. Okay, Like this we can specify the background color properties. Okay, so till now my report is ready with my basic requirements, and whatever I needed I have given this one. So what now I am going to apply here is filters and parameters. So to proceed with the filters and parameters, let me show you what is the filter and what is the parameters, where it is available in the data set properties. We have seen the query, all the options, fields we have seen, options we have gone through, filters, there are the filters available here. So before going to the filters, what is this filter? In the normal sequence SQL, if you go to the SQL any table, how will we apply the filters in the table? Let me tell you. Select star from dim product is there. Okay, or dip currency, whatever it is. So I just need only some currency name as an Afghani. So how we will be filtered this one? Only Afghani. So just we will apply some where class, right? Where currency name equals to this one. So now it is the data is filtered here. How it was got filtered here? Just where class. The same thing we are applying in the reports also. How we can achieve this one? Just let's go and see here. So in this filter, just add those filters here. So here I am applying filters on particular column. The same concept. We are used here dim currency, right? The same thing I am applying here. On which column would you like to have the filters? Let's say I would like to have colors here. I want to filter the colors here. Okay. Just let me show here. So now I have filtered with the red color. Okay, now only the red color records has to be filtered. Let's go and check. I have given filter here. Preview it once again. See, if you see in the color column, what I got, only the red color records. How it was done? Just we have given the filter options here, right? The same thing. How we have achieved this one? Go to the dataset properties, filters, and we have added the filters here. If you want to add some more filters, yes, we can apply this one. I would like to have class filter H. Now we are filtering the data with color red and class equals to H. Let's see how it is working, whether our filters are working fine or not. Just preview it once again. I think with the class H and color red, it's not there. Mean query is working fine, but we don't have the data for that one. Okay, so let's go and change it here, and we'll give it some middle class. I think for this also we don't have any data. Let's remove it and we'll check it how the data is coming here. First we'll, if you want to delete this one, select and delete this one. So first we'll check what are the records available here. So for red we have high class and low class. So let's try to apply the second filter, class with H. I'm going to add the dataset properties in these filters. I'm adding one more, class equals to high class. Preview it once again. Now it has to apply two filters here. I think somewhat it's getting some issue here. What happens? Let me check it here. Go to dataset properties, filters. class. Yes, we have H here. Here's color specified here. Let me delete this one and we'll see. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just filtering the data for only H here. What happened? I think there is some issue in this here. Let me check in the database. Select star from dim product where class equals to H. Yes, we have the data here, but let me filter with the class only. So we have the data here. Let me find out what is the issue here. So if you see here, we got the space here. Space issue is coming here. That's why it is not giving the exactly data. So what we are going to do, we will do some L trim and R trim. If you observe in our SQL class, we have covered this one. So what we are facing the issue here, we are having some space issue. That's why it is not giving the data. Okay. So for that, what we are going to do here in the dataset properties, in the dim class, right? So what we will do, R trim, left trim, L trim and R trim. That's it. Means what I am doing is I am trimming the data. That's it. First we will preview whether the data is coming or not. It's throwing some error here. Let's try to take the same query to SQL, then we can easily understand. So what you are going to do, L trim and R trim, right? Okay, it is throwing some as class. So now it's working. Yes, I mean we are just missing some alias here. That's it. So what I will take here. It's trying to load the data. Now we have color and high class, low class. Let's now apply this one filter concept here. So now we'll filter with the class H here. Okay. See, now the class is filtered with the high class. Only H class records are getting here. Now we will apply one more filter on this dataset properties. We will add one more filter here. We will make it as a color equals to red. See, the color is filtered with the red and the class is filtered with the H. Now both the filters are working here. Means like this we can filter out our data here. Okay. Filtering the data, everything we can apply here. Okay. So this is what about the filters concept here. Now we are going to work on the parameters concept. Okay. So the same options, I mean, we have seen query, fields, options and filters. Now we are going to work on the parameters. Okay. So there is nothing much difference between the filters and parameters. There is a dynamism in the parameters. How we can see this one is, again these parameters are also like in a filters only, but there is a slight difference between the filters and parameters. Let's apply and apply and see, then we can easily understand how we can do this one. Okay, before to this, either we can check either filter and parameters. So that what I am going to do here is, I'm just removing all the filters here to apply the parameters concept. Why? Because this is also like in a filtering the data only, but it's in a different way actually. Okay, let's check this one. Before going to this one parameters concept, there are three things needs to be get understand before applying any parameters concept. What is that? One is report level parameters and query level parameters. Okay, so we need to define at two levels. Then the three steps we are in the parameters, we have to follow the three steps very easily. Need to understand, we have three things here. First thing is, we need to define at the report level parameter, and then query level parameter, and then mapping the query level and report level parameters. Okay, let me apply this one and then you can easily understand. I am creating one report level parameter here. Some color parameter. Now it is asking me to prompt here. Okay, so I will show you what is this one. Select color like this. So once I have given this one report level parameters, what it will be happens. So I have defined some parameter name color prompt, and I have prompted something here like this. Where it will be reflected is, just click OK and preview it here. See, it is giving something here at on the top of the report. It is asking select color. I mean, whichever you want to make the prompting, we can define there. Okay, so I have given some prompting color as a select color, and I will pass some parameter value in that, so that if I given some red color, it has to filter me data with the red color. Okay, so like this it has to be work, right? But as of now I think there is no filter. I mean, we have just given the prompting, but we didn't given anything on the prompting actually. Still it is showing the red color, right? So we have just defined the parameter, that's it. We didn't work on this one. So what we have given here, just color parameter, name, and prompting color, that's it. Okay, don't worry about this one. We will specify whatever these are options, we will in the next couple of minutes. So in this we have data types also, text, boolean, data type, integer, red, float. So whatever our requirement we can specify. Here I am specifying some string here, means red, blue, something, right? So that's why I am considering data type as a text. Okay, so just make it okay here. Now my report level parameter is ready now. Now come to data set properties. Now we have to apply the same condition here, where color equals to at the rate color. So we are passing some parameter to this query here. Means if you let me take this query to SQL, then you can easily understand. So here I am applying some color here. Means whenever I give the some red color, it has to give me red color here. I mean red color records only. Means I am specifying only red color here. Means whatever the value I said. If we say blue, then it has to specify me blue records only. So I will pass whatever I needed. Okay. So just it has to take it to this query and it has to pass this one records. So the same thing I am applying here, where color equals to at the rate color. Now the query level parameter is also done. So the first step is report level parameter. The second step is query level parameter. The third step, just go and map here, mapping. So in my query, I am passing this parameter, which I will pass through report level parameter. Means in the report level, if I say red, then it has to come to this one and it has to pass to this one and it has to filter the data. Okay. Now let's check whether this is working or not. Okay. Before to this, we can specify some values also here. If you don't, I mean, if you want to add some label as red color, blue color, means what it happens is, let me check it here. Now we have to pass some values in this color, right? So what we can do, this one is just go to the design here. In the parameters, we can specify some values here, available values, specifying some red color. This is my label actually. Just blue. So I have just given some default values to display here. See, now it is showing filter the data with the red color. Just go to the view report. See, now the data is filtered with the only the red color. Okay, let's check with some blue color also. I think we don't have blue color here. So we can specify the default values here in the properties. In the available values, we can specify the values here, blue. If you want to add some more also, we can specify whatever the list we want to display. What are the colors available in the colors, that all this we can specify. But this is not the proper way of doing the parameters. Why? Because if there is any some update in the color, we cannot add these many values, right? Adding specify values like this, red color, blue, green. So it has to take it as a dynamic only. Okay. So for that, what we have to do here is we have to get it from the query itself. Okay. For that, what I am going to do here is I will just specify at the query level, or else I will take one more data set here, add data set. I will use as an embed, same data source. So what are the colors available in this table? Let me check this one. Select color from dim product, right? So it is showing some 606 rows. So I think this is not the correct one. Let's distinct colors we will see. Why? Because it is having some that many records. That's why it is showing these many colors. So we have distinct colors. So we have only 10 records, right? Means we have only 10 type of colors available in my table. So I will take this one, so that I will display only these colors only. So I will take this one, select distinct colors here. Yes, something called color here. I mean, I'm just giving the color underscore. It is a data set, right? Okay. So I'm having one more data set with color here. So what I will do here is I will try to filter the data here. So if I add this one, what happens is, so it has to be prompt all the colors which are available in my database. Means I'm having all these 10 colors, right? So all these 10 colors, it has to be displayed in the report. So for that, what I'm going to here doing here is in the properties, in the parameters. So I have to pass this to report level parameter. One second. Available, get it from the query. Yes, from which color, which data set I am passing this one. This one color, label is also color. Just preview it now. See, now how many colors I got? Dynamically, automatically, what are the colors available in my database? All the colors are comes into the prompting here. Means I don't need to check it all the default values or specifying some values here. Okay. Wherever I required that records I can get it here. So I think we don't have this one. Let's filter with red color. Yes, we have the records in this. Do we have anything in the silver? I think we don't have anything. Uh, we should have some records with the blue color, I guess. We don't have anything. So, I mean, whatever the records available, those things we can apply here. I think we are filtering something here. That's why it is not getting here. Do you have any filters here? Yeah, that's why. Let me delete this one. Click OK here. Save this one. Now once again preview it. Why? Because previously it was defaultly applying the filters actually. We have filters which was not deleted. That's why it is not showing here. Now let's check for the gray color. Still we don't have this one. Blue. Yes, we have the blue color records. Now the filters are removed and parameters are working here. Okay. So like this we can specify the dynamically we can specify the parameters here. So in case in future if you got any update in the database, we don't worry about these reports. Why? Because automatically if the 11th record has came into the table, then automatically it will comes to here. Why? Because we have given the parameters dynamically. When there it will automatically hits to the database and it will prompt on the report, right? So white here. I mean, we can play around all these things stuff. Okay. So you can try yourself from your side and apply all the filters and parameters concept here. Now, this is what about the parameters. Now, how it is working now? We are passing white here, right? So it is coming. It is in this data set. It is filtering this one, and it is coming to this data set, and we are passing this color as white to here. In the I mean from report to query it is giving the some color here. That color we are filtering on the query level base of in the query level and we are displaying on the report. Okay, this is what about the filters here. Now just now we have seen one option here, parameters. I guess from report level parameters. So this is fine. These are the three options available in the report level parameters. Allow the blank values. Means if we have any blank records, then we can allow this one. Means if you tick mark this one, what happens is automatically, if you have the records with some blank value, that will allow us on the report also. So if you allow the null values, means if you don't have any record, we have just only some null values in that, that will also allow on the report here. These two options are very simple actually. When it comes to this third option, which is nothing but multiple values. So what happens, this one is allow multiple values. Click here, go to the preview. If you click on this, now if you see this one, what is happening? Till now we are able to select only one color, right? Now it is giving us multiple options here. So if I want to see black and red at a time, view report, see it was failed here. Why it was got failed? Query execution failed for data set prod must be declared as a scalar variable. So I think I will explain you on the query actually. That will be good actually. See, I have this query right in my data set. So what I am giving here, I am passing black and red at a time, right? So let me show here. So this is what I am applying on the query, right? So when I am applying this query, will it work fine? Let me execute this one. It is saying there is some issue here. So what is that issue? Was you have given one variable, but you are passing the multiple inputs to this one. Then how can I take these values? Make it as a scalar. So how I can do this one? Simply, if you remember in the SQL class, we have given the scalar inputs. Simply go in. Now it is working. Why? Because where color in, I can pass multiple values here. Means where my color in consisting of more than one value. If you remember, we have come across in the SQL classes where I am having multiple values. I want to see all those values. Then how can I have seen this one? Where color in means I am passing more than one value. Then I can get this one. I can get red, blue, something gray, whatever the values available. I pass anything. In means it can take more than one value, right? The same thing I have to do in the report also. Go to the design, data set, simply in @parameter. That's it. Got it? Now we will see this one. Let me check again once again. Black and red. Now it's loading. Why? Because now our query is ready. Fine here. See, red and black records are all only got filtered here. I have passed red and black here, right? This is how we can apply the multiple options here. Okay. This is about the filters and the parameters concept. In the coming sessions, we are going to discuss about more on this, and we have one more important topic, which is cascading parameters. So these are the very important topics which in SSRS we are covering. In the coming sessions, we are going to work on this one. Okay.